So have you ever done this sort of thing before? Now, what did I just do there? I know it seems like I was just goofing about at the end, but there was something really interesting that happened just there. I was trying to get better at reading this bit here, and instead of reading it, I kind of got a little bit tired and then tried something fun. The reason why I bring that up is because I've recently watched this TED Talk about how to get better at things you care about. Ting! I'll link it here, I'll show you a little bit of a clip now.
And since courts at the time were very noisy, he also practiced by the ocean, projecting his voice above the roar of the waves.
It's really fascinating, you should watch it after you watch all this video. And basically what he's talking about there is that there are two states you can be in when you're trying to learn something, when you're trying to get better at something. There is the... should have learned this. Oh, the irony. There's the learning zone and there's the performance zone. And these are two sort of different areas which have different characteristics in each of them. This may seem very applicable to music, but also I think is same for athletes, for chess players, lots of different examples. Basically, if you're trying to learn something, there's these two sorts of zones that go on. First of all, we have the learning zone, where your goal is to improve and you're concentrating things you haven't mastered yet. And then you have the performance zone, which is when you try and do as best as you can, concentrating on things that you've mastered and you would want to minimize mistakes. The best example is you practice at a rehearsal, and that was obviously going to be the learning zone.
Little trouble there.
And then you perform something at a concert, and that's going to be your performance zone. And the two are kind of different. You know, if you're practicing something and you make a mistake, you're probably going to go back over the music and try it again. If you're playing a concert at the Usher Hall and you make a mistake, you kind of have to keep going. You can't just, you know, stop and try that bit again. To go a bit deeper, I think the mistake that a lot of musicians specifically make is that in their practice time, when they're in the learning zone, they spend still too much time pretending they're in the performance zone. So what I did in that clip at the start is I was in the learning zone, I was trying to read that bit of music, I was trying to get better, and I kind of got a little bit distracted. And then I just went into the performance zone, I just tried something that's kind of fun and I can already do. This seems to be a mistake that a lot of musicians make. A lot of the time, they're trying things in the practice room that they can already do. And what happens is you just get increasingly better at that thing you can already do, and the things that you can't do just stay the same. Now, what you want to do is you want to be in that state of being uncomfortable, and you're trying things you can't do so that these get better, and then eventually all your skills are here instead of here. Does this make sense? Let me add in some graphics, right? So you want this, not this, or this. Does that make, yeah? Okay. I think it is important as a musician because from what I understand, top performers, top musicians, in their practice time, they focus on doing things they can't do. Even though it's fun to do things that you can do and muck about, they focus on doing things that they can't do. And that's how they get better. That's how they become the best, because they have this sort of thing that then becomes this sort of thing instead of this sort of thing. I always think learning at the end of the day is one thing, and I mean real learning and getting better really at something. It's uncomfortable. Now that sucks, right? No one wants to feel uncomfortable because it's uncomfortable. Quote for the day. Yeah, learning's uncomfortable. It sucks sometimes. Like when you're in school, having to learn things for your exams, like that sucks. That's uncomfortable. The actual moment of learning something, it's like straining because you're focusing hard, you're working hard, and it's difficult. But after that, you make progress because your brain understands things better and you're just better, so you make progress. But at that moment, it's uncomfortable. Maybe you're a musician, maybe you're not. Maybe you are an artist or an athlete or a chess player, or you run your own business, you run your own company. Is there some part of your work or your life where you're intentionally staying away from being in that uncomfortable state? And yeah, that's all. Hope you guys enjoy, and you can subscribe here on my face and see my last video there, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!